Try my best.
Yeah. So welcome everybody, सभी masters. बहुत बहुत आपका स्वागत है. Welcome all masters. So today we are continuing with this session on A Thousand Seeds of Joy, this book by Anand Karunesh ji. And for so many sessions now, about 7 to 8, we have gone chapter wise, and there are some in between that we have left out. But today, Shantala ma'am, who is a spiritual counselor, she is an architect by profession. She is a homemaker, and she does counseling, and then she also runs a very successful channel called Jayaho, where she does meditation. Today, she is going to talk about two chapters, and she is going to tell about feminine and masculine energies, and more about that we will hear from Shantala ji. And I want to thank you. You're coming here for the first time. So we are like small, we just gather here and do swadhyay. And thank you for your time. Thank you so much and welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. सभी को आत्मवंदन. आज का इस सेशन शुरू करने से पहले मैं ब्रह्मश्री पितामह सुभाष पत्री जी को आत्म प्रणाम करती हूँ और इस प्लेटफॉर्म में आप मुझे चांस देने के लिए आपको भी बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ. और अभी मोस्टली 9 or 10 days हो गया है. I think you have finished 10 days of this book review, Thousand Seeds of Joy, Teachings of Lakshmi, Teachings of Lakshmi and Saraswati by Anand Karunesh ji. So I feel very happy to be part in this, to be a part in this beautiful book review. So आज मेरा टॉपिक तो मेरा इस chapters the empowered feminine and the empowered masculine, यानी सशक्त स्त्री तत्व और सशक्त पुरुषत्व. तो यहाँ वो आथर ने देवी को पूछा the meaning of empowered feminine and the empowered masculine. Before understanding this, we should know about divine, what is divine feminine energy or divine masculine energy, we should understand first. So देवी ने कहा था the divine feminine is unifying. What is feminine energies? Means feminine energies are like they are ekikrut and avtarit, purnatva, or nurturing, joyous, loving and melodious. ये सब तो डिवाइन फेमिनाइन का कैरेक्टर्स. और व्हाट अबाउट डिवाइन फेमिनाइन मस्कुलर कैरेक्टर्स? तो ये सब स्वतंत्र, वर्तमान, स्थिर, रचनात्मक, सुरक्षात्मक, मौन, मजबूत और समर्पित और वह जो अमन, नो माइंडनेस, नो लाइक अमन का, ये सब फेमिनाइन डिवाइन मस्कुलर characters here. So as these energies are expressed through your body and your mind, they manifest into the world as the empowered feminine and the empowered masculine. ये दिव्य स्त्रीयोजित, दिव्य पुरुषोचित ऊर्जाएं आपके आत्मा और आपका उच्च स्वर द्वारा दर्शाए गए चेतना ये उच्च स्वर से प्रवाहित होता है, ऐसा देवी ने बताया. और in most of the animals, उन्होंने बताया हम in most of the animals we see male are more colorful and more ornamental, like peacock and all we see. They are more male means usually what we think male will be very simple, like only female will be more ornamental, more beautiful and all. We think in as a man we think like that, but in animals, many animals, they are male animals are more beautiful and more ornamental. And in most invertebrates also we can see the male or female are more strong. We can say that female are more strong. Only in man, like in human beings, we see differently. Like very often humans think masculine exists in female, what humans think of as feminine exists in males in animal kingdom. But so the male and female distinction is different from the energies of masculine and feminine. ये देवी यहाँ बताती है. और these when we see in some young people, when they are younger only, they will be they'll get enlightened in their young age only. In that time, they will be not aware of any female or a feminine or masculine energies in them, but they will be enlightened. And this is the example, but everyone should be like this. We should have that nature, like we should be like feminine, and in every human being both feminine and muscular energies will be there. So then again other asked Devi, it came from some depth of oneness. Which is that? Which is that oneness? He asked. It came from the ether, the fifth element, which is emptiness and fullness. It is the spirit, like it is the Atma, which is behind feminine and masculine. It is formless. It is formless. Ether is formless. It came from that energy actually. When it enters into the combination of it enters as a combination of fire and air. The fire element, it can be felt as the energy. Fire element is like energy, and as the air element, it can be felt as a thought, like vichar. It is like vichar. So here what we can understand, so if feminine and masculine elements do not define female and male respectively, then why do humans carry these beliefs? He asked. क्यों मनुष्य इन मान्यताओं के कैरी करता है, उन्होंने पूछा। तो देवी ने बताया ये अटैचमेंट वायु तत्व से आता है, क्योंकि एयर एलिमेंट इज विचारण, लाइक थॉट्स, इट इज लाइक थॉट्स, एयर एलिमेंट इज थॉट। ये मानवीय स्थिति का बोझ है, जो न केवल संस्कृतियों और माता पिता से आता है, बल्कि मनुष्य रूप में जन्म लेने से भी आता है, उन्होंने कह दिया। क्या देवलोक में भी पुरुष और स्त्री का ये लाइक ये डिफरेंशिएशन है? तो उन्होंने कहा था actually they don't have that differentiation in in Devlok mein, but humans are doing that. Like humans have impressed beliefs even on angels. Like we are the one who are differentiating with muscular or feminine energies, but they don't have anything like that in that devlok mein. So पुरुष होने के नात मर्दन का ऊर्जा और महिला होने की बात स्त्री का ऊर्जा, ऐसा नहीं है। सभी संवेदनाशील प्राणियों की तरह खुद को पुरुष या महिला और को भी उभय लिंगों के रूप में व्यक्त करता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल गेब्रियल एंजल्स में अगर हम चाहते तो गेब्रियल was known as female earlier and it is now seen as male, and additionally Uriel was known as female and is now seen as male. That is the thing she told, because actually it depends how we see, how we analyze them, it depends on that. It's nothing is like that male or female anything, that is only we are creating that, we are seeing in that way, she says. Now one more question he asks. Michael is male and Raphael is male. Also, Jovial is male. Michael and what about the angels? We know many angels are there. But when he asks about Michael, Devi says Michael is male and Raphael is also male. Jovial is also male. So then again आतर आस्क, क्या ये देवदूत, देवी, देवता और जैसे दिव्य स्तर पर भी ऐसा ड्युअलिटी है? तो देवी ने बोला, जब आत्मा पूर्णात्मा तक पहुंचती है या जब उसी पथ चलता है कि वो व्यक्तिगत होने से पहले क्या थी, तो वो अपनी प्रकृति को न तो पुरुष के रूप में देखती है और न ही महिला के रूप में, बल्कि वो जिसमें दोनों पूर्ण संतुलन में मौजूद है। लाइक एंड व्हाट that may lead to different outcomes. It puts the soul into a non उभय लिंग का स्थिति। वो सोल, जब वो सोल का स्टेट में है, वो तो उभय लिंग की स्थिति में थी। when it enters into some body, then we differentiate it to male or female, muscular or feminine. वो then अगर आप मुझे पूछते तो मैं उभयलिंगी हो, लाइक देवी ये उभयलिंगी है, इसका उत्तर उन्होंने पूछा आप अगर उभय लिंग या मस्कुलिन या फेमिनाइन, व्हेन आतर आस्क देवी, देवी बोलते हैं हाँ और नहीं। मेरी स्वभाव में पुरुष और महिला दोनों का संतुलित है। मैं एक ब्रह्मांड का बीजारोहण भी कर सकती हूँ और उसका पालन पोषण भी करती हूँ, लेकिन मैं खुद को एक महिला के रूप में अभिव्यक्त करना चाहती हूँ। कितने अच्छी से वो बोलती है, ये बीजारोहण भी कर सकती है और उसका पालन पोषण भी करती है। देन शी इज एक्टिंग लाइक मोर बोथ feminine and muscular energy she has. So it is the same for all divine beings. They have balanced and androgynous nature about them, but they choose to express themselves in one way or another. It's all we have chosen how we have to reflect. So then Arthur asks her one more question. When Lord Vishnu sees you, does he see you without any concepts of gender in his mind? So वो कहती है, he sees me fully, even as he surrenders completely to my beauty and my sensuality. He sees a perfect balance of feminine and masculine in my nature. She says like that. So our union heals words within words as his masculine expression yields to my feminine wholeness. So मनुष्य एक एक दूसरे के साथ और दिव्य प्राणियों के साथ भी ऐसा बंधन बना सकते हैं। तो हम एक कैसा कर सकता है, उन्होंने पूछा। तो देवी ने कहती है, यदि आप केवल उस बात का व्याख्यान करें तो मैं वो प्रत्येक महिला और आपके मिलन वाले प्रत्येक पुरुष में मुझे देखने के लिए कहा है, तो आप सभी मनुष्यों को उनके लिंग के बारे में विश्वास कीजिए के बिना उनकी संपूर्णता में अनुभव न करेंगे। तो सो व्हेन शी टोल्ड लाइक दैट, द ऑथर स्टार्टेड seeing everyone in that देवी का वो रूप में देखने की ट्राई कर लिया। तो जब उन्होंने कहा इन 2012 जब मैंने ऐसा किया तो मुझे एक प्यारी स्त्री की अनुभूति, इनको वो क्या ही सेज, आई एक्चुअली विजुअलाइज सीइंग यू इन माय फादर who passed away in 2012. As I did this, I felt an enduring feminine. He saw a feminine character in his father. Actually, after like communicating with the Devi, when he visualized his father, when he saw his father, he found a feminine energy or feminine स्त्री तत्व in his father. उनके वो ऊर्जा थे जो मैंने तब महसूस नहीं की थी जब वो जीवंत थे। इस अनुभव के बाद मैंने आपको अन्य पुरुषों और महिलाओं में देखने की कल्पना की। इन दृश्यों के बाद उनमें से प्रत्येक के साथ मेरी रिश्ते में कुछ ना कुछ गहराई से बदलाव आया। तो इनके वो देने का पर्सपेक्टिव, वो देखने का पर्सपेक्टिव भी चेंज हो गया। आफ्टर बात करने के बाद देवी से वो चैनलिंग होने के बाद व्हाट ही यूज्ड टू see in others, it completely got changed. So one more question, he asked one more question. Everything in its wholeness is feminine? Again he asked. So देवी ने बताया, वास्तव में हर चीज अपनी संपूर्णता में फेमिनिन ही है। तो मर्दनापास के बारे में क्या देवी ने बताया, जैसे जैसे अस्तित्व अधिक जटिल स्तरों में पर विकसित होता है, मन की मदद से हर कदम पर मर्दना का ऊर्जा स्त्री से अलग हो जाती है, फिर भी अधिकांश प्रकृति अमन में रहती है। प्रकृति अमन में रहती है। तो आपके शरीर में भी अभी तक कोई भी अंग, तो एवरीथिंग इन दिस world, if you see everything in this universe, is everything will be in golakar, shunya say, because in nature when we see everything will be in like a circular form, whole circular form, it will be nothing will be in square form. So everything will be following, everyone will be following in the same. When we say, for example, now they continue to be mostly feminine, they create roundness. When we take into birds, they create roundness and they dig themselves into round holes. Almost everything in nature is either curved or round. There are no square trees or no square oceans. The earth and the sun are mostly round, as are virtually all big objects created in the यूनिवर्स. सो इवन आपके शरीर में भी अभी तक कोई भी अंग चौकाकार में नहीं है. सो एवरीथिंग इज लाइक शून्याकार में है, एवरीथिंग इज राउंड, दैट इज एवरीथिंग इज इन fullness, oneness, it represents, it's everything is in oneness. So the masculine mind creates many square things, do not judge this. So इसलिए मनुष्य ने अभी रिसेंट डेज में क्या कर रहा है, अधिक पुरुषत्व और चौका, वो चौकाकार पैदा किया है. वे अभी संतुलित वापस लाने के लिए स्त्री तत्व और गोलाई के वो सामने समर्पण कर सकते हैं. हर किसी में मुझे और अन्य देवी देवता में देखने से मनुष्य इस गोलाकार का प्रति जागृत हो सकेंगे. इन गोलाकारता में प्रति जागृत हो सकेंगे सभी मनुष्य और सभी वो जिन्होंने मौजूद अव्यक्त पूर्णता. स्टिल शी सेज, मेरी तरह धरती में भी उभय लिंगी स्वभाव है, लेकिन वो कुछ को जागरूक स्त्री रूप में अभिव्यक्त करते थे. कभी कभी जब उसकी वो उग्र ऊर्जा बहुत अधिक बढ़ जाती है और वो चेतना है करती है, तो वो उस अभिव्यक्ति में मर्दना बन जाती है. तो एज यू नो, व्हेन ह्यूमंस एक्ट आउट ऑफ बैलेंस, मदर अर्थ ब्रिंग्स बैक द बैलेंस. So for example, like global warming leading the flooding on earth, like everyone has that feminine energy, they should include whenever they need, they should include those feminine energies. So now when we coming to what are the three joys of divine feminine, he asked, दिव्य स्त्री तत्व की ये तीन खुशियां क्या होता है. Can you tell us more about the aspects of the divine feminine, especially as it relates to women? In the ancient times, when the goddess energy represented three aspects of love based on three vibrations of the what we call primordial joy. The first aspect when you take when दिव्य स्त्री तत्व में three joys क्या होता है, तो first aspect अधिक मासूम, like she is the first aspect is the more innocent and the more flirtations and sensual. It is the pure uncomplicated love of a virgin. This is the first form. And what about the second form? The second form is the second aspect is more matured, like with the fullness of grown woman. And the third aspect has the sexual love for her partner and a nurturing love for her child. The third aspect is like a grandmother who has seen all, who is wise and non-judgmental beyond her childhood in years and in children's once again. So the first aspect is the sunrise, and it is compared to the sunrise, like the first aspect is like a sunrise, and the second aspect is like the brightness of the day, and the third aspect is like the sunset in which rests the fullness of the entire day. So these are the three aspects of the goddess energy, that is the feminine energy, and there is a joy in each of these. And this is the three in she explained in the three joys of the feminism. And then one more thing, women can experience all these aspects of goddess energy if they surrender to and celebrate each stages of their life. So women can experience all these three what aspects. If she really enjoys, she can experience all these three aspects in her life. So then the Third type of love can be more impersonal if it is not directed to a specific being. So she says, yes. So let us say that if I stayed high up in the mountains for all of my days, then I would be in the third aspect, for I would be there just to maintain a holy place. The earth itself does that. There are places on earth that overflow with a healing energy, and people go to those places and say, this is a holy place. This is the third aspect. A woman would go through all these three phases. By the third phase, if a woman has not grown herself to the fullness, she could revert to the first aspect that she says. And again, then one more thing, in some religious, the maiden, we have seen three phases of moon, right? Like that, the author says, in some, ask the Devi, in some religious, the maiden, the matron, and the crone were associated with the waxing moon, the full moon, and the waning moon. However, you said sunrise, the brightened sun, and the sunset. So he asked to explain again, comparing these two with the three stages of the Devika or Daivika Sri Tattvika stages. So Devi says, as humanity transitioned to a patriarchal system, some men decide to make fire into a masculine energy. So the three aspects of the goddess were changed to the waxing moon, the full moon, and the waning moon. So, like that, I have all these three aspects, which is true for all ascended goddesses. I choose to express myself as a maiden and also a matron. You would visualize me as a maiden and a matron. If you desire to connect with me as a maiden, there is a genuine openness in my femininity. There is sensuousness in that aspect, and there is no shame. So, if you see little children, they have a sensuous nature. They have not yet learned that humans have a sexual nature. Unless they are taught shame, they accept themselves as they are in her positive aspect. A maiden is like a young girl whose life is simple and joyful. There is no energy in her surroundings, the belief about death. So she also feels completely free, and from her joy and freedom, she manifests from the earth. So this is how she explains the three stages of moon into the three aspects of uh, that feminine Sri Tattva, divine, the joys of the divine feminine. So then, one second, Master. So one more question Arthur asked, Lord Vishnu, some in some books or some literature we have seen that like some says like Lakshmi, when Lakshmi before marrying Lord Vishnu, was this maiden or as a matron? Was she as a maiden or was she as a matron? He asked. So Lakshmi says, I was in many relationships by but I did not participate in them sexually. So I was in these relationships more as a maiden. There were men with me who were great thinkers, men who were soldiers, men who were great men among men, and men who were caretakers of others. I made myself partners with every aspects of male energy, rooted in all elements, water, fire, earth, and air, so that I would know all aspects of male and the male would know all aspects of myself. This is the true pregnancy of female, receiving all aspects of the male and being able to manifest what is the highest for all concerned. This is also a part of Saraswati's part. Did all these take place before you married Lord Vishnu? He asked. So Devi says, and also he asked, what are the relationships? What were the relationships like before? So Devi says, we shared that I had no offer without an attachment of sexuality. I was not overly flirtatious. It was an emotion value, sweet and joyful. I simply trusted myself. There was always a natural intuition guiding me, and there was not a judgment about this as there is now in many human cultures. With every man, there was sensuousness, but it was not sexual until I found my beloved Lord Vishnu. All things in the earth are sensuous, they have a feel of them. Even when you touch the leaf or the petals of the rose, there is sensuousness about them. So sensuality was celebrated in the ancient times. There is also what will happen in the future. Preparations are underway in the next few years for humanity to transition to a more matriarchal system. The new system will have truly equality and will resemble the matriarchal systems in the past. So the transformation may seem gradual at first, but it will happen fast as belief system begin to shift rapidly. So Master, in the rest of the book, I wish to share the stories of my different incarnations, or she says. So she has taken many incarnations, so she wants to convey all those things. So in the third and the fourth part of this book, what author has written, I will share stories of most probably it has done, I think, Sita's incarnation and Draupadi, Radha, everything is over. I think she has very well explained that also in her further upcoming pages. And now, in the fifth part of the book, I shall reveal secrets about our soul tribe that creates many. So, will women assert more control of human societies? He asked. So, Devi says it is not so much about women taking more control, but both men and women surrendering their minds to their hearts and thus restoring the harmony between the masculine and the feminine. The earth and all things on earth are already in that state of transition. It is the minds of humans that are not in that place. This is the cause of many takings, oaths of walking an angelic path. Though human societies were surrendered to the feminine in the ancient past, it did not mean that we had an express or a queen who was above everyone else. In the rest of that book, she also wishes to share about incarnation on the earth and more like stories of her different incarnations on earth. Then I think most of this is over. I think all the incarnations about her. In Buddhism, she took Yashodhara, and in Hinduism, she took Sita, Radha. Everything is over, I think. No, yeah, it's over. This also, these are the three stages main. So, as more goddesses speak in the near future from different pantheons, you shall see a joining of the different spiritual paths into oneness through the divine feminine wisdom. This shall be the next turnings of the wheels of dharma that will empower the feminine while honoring the masculine. These goddesses shall speak on how the heart and the higher chakras can nurture the lower chakras and will tell many stories of enlightenment from different spiritual paths. So, so Devi, ask you may ask us any questions that arise in your mind, and we shall answer everything to your heart's content. We may begin with my incarnation as Sita. So that Sita incarnation is over. So many things what we we really don't know about the Devi, like feminine energy or masculine energies. In this book, we have really, if we go on reading this book, many things will come to know about the reality and what we are visualizing and what exactly is the fact, we will come to know about reading this book. Actually, thank you so much. Whatever I understood, that too, it was a challenge for me to cope up with Hindi and English. I don't know how much I expressed. It's really very sorry. I don't know. So thank you once again, Anuradha ji, for giving me this opportunity. And it was nice actually that three joys, how he compared with the stages of moon and with the sun stages in a day. So that's it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, these chapters. There is some, like going back
Misu
and forth,
Alaka, yeah.
because of the speaker's choice. That is how the timetable went. But it is the best part is that we are covering most of it and in depth. And you rightly said, like you came out with a very good part of it, and you explained that that it's not like like masculine or feminine, or like the male gender or the female gender. It's not about the gender or the beauty part, or that one is taking creating, the other is only like supporting. So it's nothing like that. The Devi has the creator input, as well as the she's expressing herself as an beautiful or lady. So this was the crux of your talk, I feel, and that the three uh, stages of Devi. So that's how I think in a male also those things are there, like as a boy, as a like an as a
Youngster.
young adult, and then as a father figure who takes care of everybody around them. So yes, the implications are. When I was listening to you, I not only saw that it's three stages of the day or the moon, but in the life we go through these similar things. And as Sita, she may have different relationship, as Draupadi may be different. So it great, and you made a huge effort, I think, Shantala. Thank you for accepting this invite. And somehow I thought, that I have to, invite you. And Annapurna ji, please say something about.
Don't
Shantala,
laugh.
it is a
No, no,
great
it was a
privilege.
huge effort. Like honestly, huge effort, and because I cannot thank you enough.
Shantala madam, I was
Yes.
so excellent it was. Uh, you are both English and conveyed everything what has to be conveyed. But this subject, what you
Yeah,
chosen was very difficult to explain. But you
yeah,
explained it. That
yeah.
is what the magic
No,
is.
but in half an hour, actually, this is not possible to explain. So some of them I just read. Actually, it's a vast subject to, when we want to explain means it's a vast subject, I feel. In half an hour, we can't finish
Yes.
actually. Yeah.
But you expressed everything.
I
The
don't-
wholeness, as you described, there is some completeness in everybody, everything in the whole creation. That was the
yeah.
takeaway. It was very good to hear and come again and again to mesmerize us.
Next time, I just want to say you speak in English, because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing is I
That's,
cannot understand Kannada, or I would have said Kannada, because ma'am can understand Kannada.
yeah.
Ma'am also, she lives in Bangalore. She can understand, I guess, Kannada, but I can't. You speak in English next time when you come, and
Yeah, sure.
no thing about the Hindi part. The best is that your background is so great, and that sensuality is not only in, like like the human beings. It's in the leaves, it's in the moon cycles, it's everywhere. And
Yeah,
to have a different eye, like when the author says that he saw a female or feminine in his father, it means just not the wisdom, but it touched him so internally that he transformed and he saw the beauty in different. So every aspect, there are jewels in this part that you shared. So that's what Annapurna ji is saying, that you express the whole thing in 30 minutes. Of course, we all have to read the book.
yeah.
And like Annapurna ji says, that every sentence she goes into a trance. That's how the book is. Every sentence has.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
thank
much.
you so much, Shantala ji.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. and giving me this opportunity to invite me back on your channel.
Yeah.
So you can invite Annapurna ji, Madhulun ji every
Yeah,
time.
yeah, sure.
So
In
you're
upcoming
all-
sessions,
yeah.
I'll invite. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Thank
Today,
you so
all
much.
of you, yeah, all are welcome
Geeta
today.
ji, actually, there is something in her thing going. Otherwise, 2-3 people came here. Binita ji and everybody came and they left. Otherwise,
Yeah, because of my Hindi, they could.
No, I don't know. Maybe it's Saturday afternoon time. Maybe something
Yeah.
you never know. You never know what the thing is. And
Yeah.
we also have actually the whole thing was that my time and your time were clashing.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. And thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am.
Thank you